Hey, good evening.
Yes, welcome to part 2 of today's class. And in this second part, Coach Joseph Sule is going to be showing us how to open a Lulu account and, if time permits, how to publish your ebook on Lulu account. Over to you.
All right, thank you, sir. And good evening, everyone, and welcome. So, Lulu is just a platform, a trading platform, like Bishop said, based on the question someone asked. People think some of these platforms are bookshops, but they are more than just bookshops. Okay, I prefer to call them trading platforms. Now, Lulu is Western, seller is Nigerian based. So because of that, the process of opening an account on Lulu is a little bit different, but they basically use the same principle. So today we are going to open an account on Lulu using a client's information. Okay. All right. Now, once you can see my screen, I would like you, as usual, to help me confirm that you can see it with a 1 on the chat, so that you will see how I'll open an account for this client on Lulu, and then hopefully even publish a book, one of his books, on his account. Okay. Okay. So once you can see my screen, please, you just help me confirm with a 1 on the chat. I am on the Lulu login page. So please, if you can see Lulu, blue screen, with a provision to insert email and password, then you are in the right place. It means you are seeing my screen, and I would love a 1 on the chat, just so that I can confirm you are seeing my screen. All right. Even though I'm getting just 1 response. All right, I see response is good. So now, this is the welcoming page for Lulu. And I have the option to log in if I already have an account, or to create one if I do not have an account. And because I'm creating one, I will go for the option to create an account. And I'll click on that, which is about the same thing with sign up. And normally the first thing Lulu will do is to ask you to verify if you are human. Okay. So I'll tick this captcha to say I am human. Great. So just like seller, the first thing you get is a form. Okay. No, I'm signing up. I'm not signing. Good. Thank you. You get a form, and this form will capture the information that Lulu will use to open your account. And they use this information also to personalize the kind of ads and the services that they will send to you. So my client's name, let me go to where I store this information. Okay, let me move this up. His first name, and of course, his last name. Okay. All right. This is my email because I've been here. So it thinks it's trying to keep my email for me, but that's not the email I want now. So let me go fetch my client's email quickly, and I will paste it there. And this is his email. So I bring it here and then I paste it. Good. So we have his first name there, we have the last name there, and we have the email. Next thing on Lulu is the currency for trading. Now, seller's method is simple. When you start creating your profile, you insert your payment gateway. That's your bank detail, and then you just move on. Lulu will ask you what currency you want to trade in, because Lulu is actually international. They deal with the most popular currency in the world. And if I click on this to see what options do I have, just 4 options. I mean 5. It's either I want to trade in the US dollar, Australian dollar, or pound sterling, or euro, or Canadian dollar. And most times it is easier to do international trading with the United States dollar. So I'll just leave this as US dollar. Okay. Then language. Do I want my Lulu account to operate in English or Dutch or Spanish or French. English, I can speak Dutch, I can speak Spanish, and I think most of the customers will be English-speaking customers. So let's leave it at English. Then password. This is my password showing, so let me erase it and go bring the password that my client gave me. He has his preferred password, so that's what I'm going to use. Okay, and I'll drop it there. And it says confirm the password. I'm going to drop it there as well. So next thing is to check this box that you have read the terms and conditions and privacy policy. We do not have time to go through the terms and conditions and privacy policy, but when you are opening your account, you can actually try to do that to see what the terms and conditions looks like and what the privacy policy means. But usually the terms and conditions are just to tell you things you can upload and not upload, their commissions, your royalties, and all of that. And then to also assure you that information that you give that is kind of private, like your phone number, your email, they just won't release it to anyone. Okay, if you don't want them to release it, like the question someone asked, is it Rashida, that will seller harvest emails for you? These are some of the things we're talking about. If you don't want people to see your email, for example, the policy actually covers that people can just come into your account, buy your books, but they don't need to have access to your private information. So I'm going to tick this. Then Lulu is also asking me, do I want newsletters through my email box? Maybe for promotions, other notifications. If there's a new development, do I want to be aware? Do I want to be notified? Some people will take this, some will not. But you are a bookpreneur. You are in this for money. So if Lulu is running a promo, or Lulu discovered that, hey, there is a spike in book sales in this particular niche, for example, and that niche covers you, they will send a newsletter to you and you can quickly dive in and then take advantage of what is happening. Maybe write a book in that niche quickly because at the moment that niche is what is working worldwide. So I would always advise tick it. Okay? It doesn't harm you anyway. It's just a newsletter, a promo in your inbox. You won't carry it on your head. So what's the problem? Just sign up for it. And with all of this, I'll say sign up. And if there is any information I did not enter very well or failed to enter, Lulu will tell me. So just like seller, remember I said the principles are basically the same, even though the processes differ. Just like seller, it will ask me to go verify the email I entered to create this account. Okay, so I will go to my client's inbox because he has given me access to his inbox and just verify the link sent. Seller is very particular about verifying the link sent on the same device. Okay. All right. So it is verified. And once you see this page where it's like the dashboard, the order of the history, the account settings, my project, my stores, and all of that, then it means that email has been verified. Please, if you get it to this point, give me a 3 on the chat. Get it to this point, give me a 3 on the chat. Okay, thank you. Thank you for those responses, those 3. If you don't get it, give me a 0. All right, it seems everyone is good to go. So now, before I even attempt to publish a book, okay, somebody asking a question there, or is it just a response? Okay. You didn't get this. Okay, the process is the same or similar to opening your email account, your Gmail, or your Yahoo, or what was this Chat GPT? The same process that you use to open any digital platform is the same with Lulu. Once you go to lulu.com, you get two options. Login. Login means you already have an account with Lulu. So you just enter your email and your password and you access your account. Create a profile means you do not have an account and you want to create one on Lulu. So that's where you want to go. And the moment you hit create a profile, open an account, depending on the site, the terminology changes. You get a form. And for Lulu, the form will ask you to input your name, your first name, and your surname, your email. And then it will ask you to put your other informations and eventually your email. Okay. Some sites will ask for gender, some sites don't ask for gender. Lulu will ask you to even specify what currency you want to trade in. Once you input all of these informations, you submit the form. Then the next thing Lulu will ask you, go to your email, that email that you put on the form, go to it and verify a link that they sent to you. The moment you go to your email and you verify the link, it's not difficult to verify the link. Once you go to your inbox, you will see a message from Lulu. When you open the email, you will just see a button saying confirm your email here. That's all. You click it. And then it will redirect you back to this page. It won't take you back to the login page. It will bring you straight into the Google dashboard, your own dashboard. And that is how I arrived here. Okay, so that's the process. Oluwatoyin, madam, that's just the process. It's as simple as that. So before I publish that book, Lulu will ask me a few questions further just to customize the way they will service me because they don't want me to go away. If they don't treat me well and I go to another platform, maybe like Instagram, InstaSpark. All right. Okay, thank you. And I go to another platform and they treat me very well there. I may not want to come back to Lulu. So this thing is a competition. Every platform will want to give you the best service they can offer. And that's why sometimes they ask you questions to know your preferences so that they tailor their services to meet what you want. Now, Lulu is saying the email they want to send to me, do I want marketing and promotional emails to be sent to me regularly through that email that I uploaded? Okay, yeah, good, fine. Yes, I want that. How about newsletters? Just talking about Lulu, other authors. Sometimes it's good to be in a community because you can learn things from other people. Okay. Don't try to thrive in isolation. So I'll say, yes, send me newsletters, send me marketing and promotional emails, okay, so that I get to know what is trending, what is in vogue, and I can cash in and make the best of it. Now, Lulu will ask me, what type of account do I want to open? And there are 4 types. Very important. Please pay attention to this. The first account type is personal. And there is a little description there to make you understand what personal account on Lulu means. I use Lulu primarily to print books for my own use or as gifts. Now, if you are a charitable person, you are not in this for money. You don't need the money. You don't even need the name. You don't need the fame. Nothing. You are just an individual. You are fine. Then you can go for this. Personal account means you put your books there and most times you just give them out as gifts. It's for your use. In case somebody is asking you, sir, can I have access to your collection of books? You just give him your store link. So he goes there, but the books are not primarily for sale. And he downloads and has access to them free. Account type number 2, publisher. I use Lulu to publish my books and or other creators' books, and I sell books through the Lulu bookstore and global reach distribution. If you opt for this, automatically you opt for the global reach distribution. When we go into Lulu to publish my client's book, you will get to understand what the global reach distribution means. But if you're a publisher, you tick this because you will bring books from other authors and upload them on Seller, publish them, and make them live. If you don't go for this account type, let's say you decided to go for personal, and then tomorrow your friend says, please, can you publish your book on, can you publish my book on your Lulu platform? And you say, no problem. And you go there and you start typing author's name and everything that is different from you. Lulu will chase it away. Okay. But under the publisher account, Lulu recognizes that you are a publisher. So you will publish books, contents, materials from other authors. And it's not going to be a problem. They will accept it. Account type number 3. I use Lulu to print and publish book for a business, for profit, or as a supplemental material. And then the last one, academic. I use Lulu to print textbooks, workbooks, or other kinds of books for educational purposes. This last one, if you pick it, that's where you have issues with all this copywriting. You know, academics, how it is, plagiarism and all of that. We are bookpreneurs. We're here for money. We are here for business. So this is the best account type for Ross. For my client, because I have discussed with him before now, I understand what he wants, where he's going to. This is the best account for him. So I'm going to go with the business account. And to your right-hand screen, once you select the account, you see that your preferences have been updated and you are good to go. And this is where you can cancel your account. Should you not need this account in any way again, you just don't want it, you can always cancel it. All right. So up here on my screen, I have 3 columns. If you can see them, please let me have a 4 in the chat. I have column number 1, my projects. Column number 2, my stores. The third column, my account. There is a back there, a back icon. That's my account settings. And there is a profile icon there where I can change the profile. Just like you saw Coach do on Lulu, it will be good to change this picture here and impute either your face, or if it is a company, if you're opening the account with a company name, then the company logo. For my seller, if you go to my seller, you won't see my picture because my seller is under my company name. But if you are opening it under your name, Joseph Sule, then let Joseph Sule's picture be there. But if it is the Mind Gold project, then it would be good to have the logo of the Mind Gold project there. Now, if we want to publish a book, where do we go to? Projects, okay, which is here as well, which is here as well. Okay. And Lulu will say you haven't started any project. Once you start a project, the details will appear here. So because we don't have a book, this is brand new, you won't see any book. So let's start the project. Similar to seller, first question is, what kind of project do you want to do? What do you want to do? Do you want to print a book? Do you want to print a photo book? Do you want to print a comic book? Depending on what you select, the dashboard will change. Some features will disappear, some features will come up that will help you in achieving that particular project that you want to do. Do you want to print a magazine? Do you want to do a yearbook or a calendar? Is there anything further than yes? Do you want to publish an ebook? This is where I am going to, because my client wants me to publish an ebook. It is not a yearbook, it is not a calendar, it is not a magazine. So I will come and tick ebook. So now, did you see what happened to my dashboard? Features came in. There is a start, there is a copyright, there is a design, details, payees, review. Okay. And depending, like I said, on what you select, some of the features will change. So I will go further down to actually start publishing this book on Lulu. Coach will always say any book that you have not published is a manuscript. It's not a book yet. And I want this manuscript to become a book by making it go live on Lulu. So first thing, select a goal. Start by telling us what you plan to do with your ebook. You can list your ebook on the Lulu bookstore and with all major ebook retailers using global distribution. Now we have come to global distribution. What is this global distribution? Lulu as a site, as a platform, works in partnership with other platforms that sell books and other things too. So what Lulu is saying is that if you want, you can upload your book on Lulu account and sell it there. If people want your book, they come to the Lulu platform, they see your book, they click on it, they make payments, they access the book to their emails or some other form, and they go. But Lulu is also saying we have partners who sell books. When you give us your book, we can equally give our partners your book and ask them to sell. That way you get a wider coverage. Okay. And when they make sales on their platforms, because we have your payment information, we have your payment gateway, they will take their small commission. We will take our small commission, and then we'll give you your royalty. So the advantage is that it gives your book wider coverage, but it comes with a cost. Okay. All right. So that is what global distribution means. So first, this is tick because I want to publish my book. But if I want to go with the global distribution, watch this. It says sell your ebook through 40,000 plus global retailers. Is it Barnes and Noble? Is it Drag to Digital? Is it Okada Books? You know, as many retailers as possible, Lulu and them. In fact, it says more than 40,000 plus. So if I say I want global distribution for this my book that I'm about to upload, and I click it, what happens? Okay. Okay, it didn't give me the option yet. Maybe because I've not uploaded the book. Okay, fine, no problem. Let's go on. We'll see eventually what it means if we pick the global distribution. There is going to be a fee. Okay, $4, $4.99, which is about 7,000. And please take note of this. The one-time global distribution fee is per book. So if you upload 10 books and you want the global distribution, you pay once, just once, but on each book. It's not like if you pay for the first book, then any other book that you upload or publish on Lulu will now go under global distribution. Okay, it is one payment per a book. So I will scroll down and go to the ebook details. So seller will ask me, what is your project title? In other words, what is the title of the book? Okay. And the title of the book is Speaking in Tongues. You saw it flash up because I've used it somewhere else. And what language is the book written in? The ebook language. Is it English? Is it in French? It's in English, so I'm leaving it there by default. And then what is the category of this ebook? Is the ebook a poem? Is it written for young people? Is it about music? This book is about spirituality. So let me search and see if I'm going to get something like that. Yeah, religion and spirituality. So I will pick this. Okay. And then watch what happens here. These 6 columns guide me to publishing my book. They are here. Please, if you see start, copyright, design, details, pricing and payees, and finally review, give me a 1 on the chart. These are stages that we have to pass through before our book will become live on Lulu. And the moment we successfully pass a stage, we have entered, thank you for the responses, we have entered every information that Lulu requires correctly. at that level, I will get a tick here on a lemon green background. But if I don't get that tick, or I see a semicircle not complete, then it means there is an information I have not entered, or one that I have entered wrongly. And if copyright, for example, is not ticked, I can't move to design. Even if I move to design, I can eventually come to review. By the time I come to review, it will tell me, go back. You have missed something on start or copyright or design or detail. And because of this good sign that ticks, it's easier for me to just go back to what level. I don't need to go back to start again and start looking for what I didn't get right. I will see it here. So I just go to that level directly and try to fix what the problem is. So with the start level done, because I can see a tick there, it means every information is correct. I go to copyright. Now, what is copyright? Please, it's saying review all information carefully. Your title, your edition, copyright, and contributor information must match the information included in your interior file. Okay? If you co-author a book and on your cover, you wrote your co-author's name, and in the pages, you also wrote your co-author's name, what Lulu is saying is that here you must also put that information there that you co-authored the book. So whatever you have inside your book, let it tally with the information you supply here. So Speaking in Tongues is the name of the book. And does the book have a subtitle? Let me just confirm if it has a subtitle, but I don't think it does. Let me just check quickly. If it has a subtitle, I will see it. And then I will impute the subtitle. Okay, it has a life-changing gift of the Holy Spirit. So I'm going to come back and impute the subtitle, a life-changing gift of the Holy Spirit. A life-changing gift of the Holy Spirit. There we go. Okay, that's the book subtitle. It's optional. You can choose not to put it there. But remember the class Bishop took us through. Say it's good to, in fact, never publish a book without a subtitle. Why? Because your subtitle is your pay line. Okay. The book titles are usually short, just direct to the point, but they are not always self-explanatory. But subtitle is where you have the opportunity, the permission to explain the book in title form so that it further captivates your reader, captures your reader's attention, and give your reader an idea. And then your reader will be like, whoa, I think this is the book that I'm looking for. Next thing is edition. This is also optional. Some books are one-time prints. Some come in various editions. If you write a book and you hope, let's say the book builds on current affairs, every information in the book is on current affairs, then you know that that book in the next 10 years, 15 years, 20 years might become obsolete. Things will have changed. Processes will have changed. Way of doing things will have changed. So in the information in that book will become obsolete. So you might want to go back to that book and update the information in the book to the current trend. Now, but the title remains the same. The subtitle remains the same. Of course, you are still the author. Maybe even like 50, 60, 70% of the book remains the same. So in that case, when you effect changes like that, you now say that this book is edition number 2, meaning that we used to have 1 before, but the information there are no longer as current as we want it to be. So now I'm bringing an update of the same book. Edition 2 is more recent than 1. Edition 3 is more recent than 2. But if your book is a one-time publication, then you don't need the edition. Okay? You can just leave it as that. And if you are going with, if the book is an edition publication, you even have the option of saying something about the edition. Maybe there's something very unique, something very new, something very spectacular that you are bringing in the new edition. You can drop the statement here. so that it makes your reader see the need to buy this new edition. It's like, man, if you don't buy this one, you are still working with 3. When we are on 7, you are missing quite a lot, and this is what you are missing. It's an opportunity to sell your new edition. Now let's go down. Contributors, add the name and role for each contributor on this ebook. These include authors, editors, and illustrators you want to credit for working on this project. Please note, contributors are displayed in order, and most retailers will display up to 5 contributors. Sometimes teams write a book. Okay, you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, sometimes even 10 authors. So seller is saying, no problem, we have a provision to carry more than an author in case the book is co-authored. And then sometimes you go into partnership with people who draw your book or illustrations in your book, and you want to duly recognize them, you can do that. But in this case, my author wrote his book alone, okay? And I did his graphics alone, so it's just his name that I'm going to put there. So I'll go to his role. Is he an author? Sorry, is he an artist? Is he a photographer? Was he the one who illustrated the book? Wherever it is, but he is an author, so I'm going to leave this as an author. And his first name is okay, sorry. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm gonna correct that. I missed his name, no problem. Matthew, and then this. Now, if I want to add, assuming the book is co-authored, this is where I'll come and add the co-author's information. Maybe Joseph Sule, assuming myself and him wrote the book. Then I'll now put my own information, Joseph Sule. And then maybe I didn't actually author the book together with him. I was an illustrator on the project. I only helped him to illustrate the book. Then I'll come here and select my role as an illustrator. If what I did was to snap pictures that are used in the book, then I'll change my role and say I was the photographer. Any photo you see in the book was processed by me. But it's a sole ownership thing, so I'll remove this, okay? All right, so we go down. Now, this will address the question some of us asked, I think in day 2 or so. Copyright. Select the copyright license that best suits your work. For more information about copyright, please see our copyright office. Now, the first copyright information here is all rights reserved. All rights reserved licensing mean your work cannot be distributed, remixed, or otherwise used without your express consent. Anyone who wants to use your work, either to change it in one way or to quote your work or to do something, needs to ask you for permission. Down here, we have some rights reserved. This is captured under the Creative Commons policy. If you click this, you forfeit some rights. What you are saying is that you can take part of the book and do what you want to do with it, but just credit me as the owner of the work. For those of us who are Christians with permission, sorry, I can only talk about the Bible because of where I'm coming from. I don't want to talk about what I do not know. There is this publishing company called Zondervan, and they were the ones who produced the Bible in the NIV version. Now, you see something written in every NIV Bible that you can take quotations from the Bible and all of that and use it any way you want. Just put NIV in bracket. Because once you put NIV in bracket, everyone knows that it is Zondervan's work. Then there is also a policy that says if you do more than this number of quotations, then write NIV Zondervan publication something, or even write to them and apply. But if the quotation is small, just put NIV in bracket. Otherwise, you can use the NIV anyhow you want. Okay, so that is what the some rights reserved means. If you say no rights reserved, people can take the book and even claim ownership of it. People can take the book, remove your name, and work with it as the owners. They can turn the film into a movie and not even credit you, not even mention your name. That is what that means. So you as a bookpreneur will want to go with all rights reserved. Okay. All right. So we're going to go down now. The ISBN. What is the ISBN? The International Standard Book Number is a unique identifier for your book. Every published book should have an ISBN, especially if you want to distribute it globally. If I go back up and I select global distribution, I will require an ISBN. An ISBN is like it's like a stamp, a seal to say Joseph is the owner of this book. Dr. Matthew is the owner of this book. Anybody who comes and claims ownership of the book will have to contend with me because I have an ISBN. With my ISBN, I can sue the person if the person picks the books and maybe, for example, turns it into a movie without asking for my permission or crediting me at least, or coming to me to say, okay, this is your book, I like it, I want to turn it into a movie. Let's do the sharing formula. And then I say, okay, fine, go ahead, turn it into a movie. When you make sales, because it's my work, I want 30% out of it, every sale you make, because I have the ISBN. But if you do not have an ISBN, then you really do not have like a copyright information. But the thing is this, on Lulu, if you are publishing on Lulu's site, you do not require an ISBN. However, if you go for the global distribution, you need an ISBN. Okay? You need an ISBN for that. If you even have your own ISBN, there is a provision for you to enter it. You don't have to tell Lulu, give me an ISBN. You just simply bring your ISBN and enter it and put your publisher's name and your contact information and all of that. Now, I am leaving this book on the Lulu store, so I will not require an ISBN. So let me take this out, proceed without ISBN. I mean, proceed without ISBN for now because I'm going to leave it on the seller bookstore for now. So observe again, under this column, copyright, I have a tick, meaning all information I've entered so far are correct. Now I can go to the design level of publication. And what is the design level? This is where you upload your book cover and your book content proper. All this other information are just metadata, info about the book. The book itself is not there. This is where you upload the book proper. And the first thing is upload your file or drag to drop it here. This is the book cover, okay? This is where I'm going to bring in the book cover. And I can, any form will do, any format, whether it's Word or whatever it is, seller accepts it. Please, if you understand the first previous steps, start and copyright so far, give me a 5 on the chat. It's like I was just talking, and not giving us room to review. If you understand the first 2 steps, the starting and the copyright, give me a 5 on the chat. Okay. All right. So ebook file upload. Your ebook file must be a file including all content for your ebook. This includes copyright and ISBN information assigned during the previous step. That's if I requested for ISBN. If I do not, then fine. If I have my own ISBN, then the ISBN inside the book must be the same ISBN I must have submitted at the copyright stage. So I will upload the file by clicking upload your file. And then I will go to where I have the file. For my client, it is in PDF form, and then I'll bring it in. Please always name your file with the title of the book. Don't leave your file unnamed, or don't give it a different name. Sometimes, as we are working, we are trying to save time or something, you just say project A. You just type the file as project A or number 1 or 2. Meanwhile, the book's title is Speaking in Tongues. Please, when you are ready to upload, go and change the name of the file. If the book is Speaking in Tongues, let the name of the file be Speaking in Tongues. Okay? Makes you look professional, makes your book easy to find. Next thing, I want to upload my book cover. So I'll select this and I say, okay, where is it? I have 2 book covers. There is the flat one, there's the 3D one. Of course, I don't want to use the flat one. It looks so ordinary. So I'm going to go with the 3D book cover design. Okay. And it's telling me that you have successfully updated a cover file. So I will check my indicator again. Do I have any X's? No. Design ticked, correct. So, all right, I'm good with this level. Next level is details. I'm ready to go to details. So before you publish, make sure you have your book ready, your book cover design ready, whatever, all your informations ready. Okay. So now promotional information and ebook details. We need to add a few more details to complete your project's metadata and finalize everything. So this my book Speaking in Tongues, or this my client's book Speaking in Tongues. What is the book all about? Okay, this is like the blog of your book. Any book you pick, behind the book, you will see some write-ups. Those write-ups, at a glance, give you what the book is all about. And it is usually done in summary and in a very interesting and marketable way. And good blogs will create suspense. They will tell you a few things about the book and then leave it there. If you want to find out more, pick the book and go through the pages. Okay. So that blog, if you have that information you have behind your book, you can copy that same information and put it here, because this is an ebook. So this is like the back of your book, where you can even add more to it. So I have the information from this book that my client wrote. Because it is not my book, I don't have permission to go and bring some details that he has not approved. So I'll pick exactly what he gave me and I'll drop it here. And it says, this book was birthed out of years of study, experience, and divine encounters. He chose his words carefully. It is designed not just to inform, but to transform, to shift mindsets and stir hearts. Whether you are a pastor, a new believer, or someone who has always wondered about this phenomenon called speaking in tongues, you can buy this book and you get to understand it better. Good. Now, if the book is co-authored, and my co-author also has something to say about the book, this is where I'll drop what my co-author is saying about the book. But like I said, this is sole authorship, so we can skip this. Table of contents, this is also optional, but if you want, you can enter your table of content. Say chapter 1, this is the title, and this is the book where you, the page where you find it. Chapter 2, this is the title, this is the page where you find it, if you want, if you so want. But it's optional. If you do not want to do that, you can skip it. So I'm going to skip that. Okay. And then go to categories. Already, Lulu, because previously at the start level, I selected religion and spirituality. Lulu is bringing the book under this category, religion and spirituality. Categories are important for your book publication. In fact, most platforms will not accept the book for publication if you do not pick a category. Categories help your readers to find the book. Imagine it's just like going into a library and you are trying to find a book, and then the books are scattered on the floor. You can spend the whole year looking for that book and you will not find it. But libraries usually shelf books according to the subject area of coverage. You see this shelf, they'll tell you all books here are engineering. This shelf, maybe plumbing. This other shelf, food and nutrition. And then the engineering oneself, they will even break it further. They'll say, okay, under this large shelf engineering, this section of the shelf is electrical engineering. This other section is mechanical engineering. So it narrows your search, because you know what you are looking for. You go straight to the category and the subcategory, and then easily you can pick the book. That is what categories do for your books on platforms here. They help people to easily go to where they think they'll find the book. Next thing is BZAC category. The BZAC is still a categorization. And Lulu will say select at least one. So let me type religion and see what I will get. So BZAC is like a subcategory. Okay. The other category up there is the main category. BZAC is like subcategory. And then because I typed religion, because the book has to do with religion, it is asking me, is this your book? Is it about body, mind, and spirit, witchcraft, and all of that? Say no. Is it written for juvenile? Is it a fictional religious book for juvenile, for young people? No. And I will look for something, keep going down for something that, okay, I find religion general. So I can say, yes, this book is about religion in general, because the Holy Spirit still comes under any topic of religion. So I'll select this. Lulu says pick at least one. You can decide to pick up to three. Lulu has provisions for that. Okay. But you can leave it at one. But the more sub-categorization you have, the easier it is for people to find your book. So let me try to find another visa category again and see if I'll be able to find something that will go with the book more. Or let me say speaking in tongues. Let me see. Let me type speaking in tongues itself. Okay, nothing is coming up regarding speaking in tongues. So let me type faith and see. Okay, it's talking, there is this one, this bizarre category, religion/faith. Under religion, this book covers faith. Speaking in tongues, does it have to do with faith? Well, I think so. So I'll go with this. If you don't have faith, you can't speak in tongues. Okay. Let me further search for another bizarre category and see. So that anyone who, I see this. Okay, no, this is juvenile. This is not biblical biography. No. Old Testament. No. New Testament prophets. No. Bible meditation. Does it have to do with meditation? References, stories. Okay. If I can't find anything suitable, no problem. I leave it. Okay. Then I'll come to keywords. Now, keywords are also categorization. It's a form of categorization, and this is very important. When we come to Blogpreneur, you see how important keywords are. Now, this book has a major categorization, religion, and subcategorization, faith. Okay. Now, what are keywords exactly? Keywords tell you things that you will find in the book. Categorizations tell you where to find the book. Keywords tell you words that you actually find in the book. So if someone is looking for a book written by Dr. Matthew that has to do with speaking in tongues, my first keyword will be speaking in tongues. And I'll put a comma to make it a keyword. As an author, it is also good to make your name a keyword. Matthew Oyeneye, comma. Because sometimes you're thinking, there's this book that Bishop wrote, but I can't remember the name. So one of the first things you want to do is to search books by Bishop Ibro Zion. And then, of course, all his books will flow down. Then you begin to go to search for the particular one you're looking for. The book has a subtitle, okay? From the subtitle, I can pick a keyword, gift. It says the gift of the Holy Spirit. I can pick the Holy Spirit as another keyword, because these are all words that you actually find in the content of the book. And I can go on and go on till I have 50 keywords maximum. Lulu allows me to have as much as 50 keywords for my book. Okay. So again, details checked. I'm good for that. So I go to the next step, which is pricing. Okay. Now, pricing. Remember somebody's question, how do you want to fix your price? What determines your price? Bishop told us sometimes you are not uploading the book for money. Sometimes you just want the name, a legacy to leave behind. Sometimes you want to make money. Okay. And these are all factors that determine your book. For ebook, it is a little difficult, to have formulas for determining your pricing because you don't spend much. But this book, by the time I want to publish a paperback, logistics will come in: paper, glue, sizing, how many pages, the thickness of the spine, and all of that. And that will inform, because Lulu will give me price to say, okay, if you want a hard copy of this book, per one, this is what it will cost you, depending on the paper thickness, paper quality, whether it's color print or not. But there is something I usually do on Lulu. I love to go with revenue. If I click this, you'll see there are three different types of pricings. One, offering for free. If I click this, it is the same as what you have on seller, what Bishop showed us. You can give this book for free. And you see already my pricing is ticked. So anyone who comes into this platform will pick this book for free. If I go for this is fixed list price. It means I want to fix my price at a particular distinct figure. I don't care whether the market is changing or not. Let it just stay there. Okay. And on all platforms, according to all rates, let it just be there. But there is another one that says revenue goal. This one requires a little bit of calculation. For example, if I want to make, let's say, I want to make, let's say, 100,000 naira. Okay. Or maybe I want to make this $9.99. Okay. I put it there. So I'll set my price. Okay, no, let's say I want to make 100,000 naira, for example. And to make 100,000 naira, I might probably need to sell like 60 copies, for example. Now, if I'm selling 60 copies, it means how much should I sell a book? I'm going to divide 60 by 100 and then arrive at a price. And then I'll put my price there. But usually you look at your book. Another thing I advise is that if you are new, you don't want to price your book very high. So one thing you can do is to look at similar books at your level. How much are authors pricing their books? That will give you an idea of how much to price yours. Just a rough idea. It will be very unwise of me, for example, to go and look at how much Dr. Pebanwo is selling his book, or a Bishop Ibro is selling his book. $30. Then I come back and I put $30 in my own. I'm not up to that level yet. Okay. Those ones are brands. People, like someone would say, people buy brands and they buy the author, not the book. If today Bishop says he's dropping a book, people will go and buy, not because he has dropped a book, but because of the name. So he can afford to give it any price, and most people will go for it. Me, if I go for that price, I will hang dry. So it's usually best to put your prices low, especially when you are coming up. And one of the best prices to work with is about $7 on the average for people like us. Okay, go with $7 because you are just coming up. Now you have set your $7 in United States currency. It will convert it to euro. It will convert it to the Australian dollar. It will convert it to the Great Britain pound and all of that. So that when a buyer comes to buy, and let's say the buyer is trading in pounds, he sees that it is 7.59 Great Britain pound. He doesn't need to go and bring out his calculator and start calculating how much is $7.99 in pounds. Okay, all right. And then this is your estimated revenue, and Lulu is honest to tell you how you got that. That if you price this book at $7.99, they will actually sell it at about $9.87 in United States dollars, because there will be a 99 cents distribution fees. There will be, the 8.8 is the gross profit that you make from the book. And then Lulu will take 0.89 cents as their commission and then give you your royalty. Okay. Now coming down, the next thing you have is payee. Payee is similar to what you have on seller. Seller's process was that you start creating an account and then immediately enter your payee. That bank account detail that Bishop entered for us, for Mommy Lara, is the payee on seller. Seller's process is quite simple. You just drop your name, drop your bank account, drop the bank name. They verify through your, what do you call this thing now? This unique number given to every bank account. That was why you saw it take a little bit of time. And then eventually when they verified it, her name showed. And they ask you, is this correct? You tick, you go. With Seller, because it is an international platform and they deal with only about 5 currencies, the process is a little more technical. But they won't allow you go to review unless you set up a payee. So a payee is who gets paid when your ebook sells. If you put my information here, then it means anytime doctor makes a sale, I'm the one who will get the money. And he's saying currently there are no payees in this ebook project that I am creating. So I'm going to create a new payee. Now, as soon as I click new payee, it will ask me for information regarding this payee. What's his first name? Matthew, right? And what's his last name? I'm going to put it there. And then it will ask me, is this payee an organization? No, it's not an organization. If it is an organization, assuming I opened this with the name of his business, okay, then I'll put the organization name here. He's an individual, okay? And where you see based at Nigeria, state, Ogun State, okay, it even brought this information here because I've used this somewhere else before. And Abeokuta, and the postal code and his phone number and his email and his currency of trading. Okay, I've entered all of this information. This is flashing up because I have used the information to open up another account for him. But for you, being your first time, you will need to enter this manually. Your first name, your last name, your country where you're based at, which is of course Nigeria, your state, and then your address line number 1. That one is mandatory in case they need to send you a check. We'll come to that later. Address line number 2 is optional, but 1 is mandatory. You must impute it there. And they will not take PMB PO box. No, they want a descriptive address like this one, number 1, Oluwatosin Crescent off Moshutabiola Way, Asero. Okay. So we move on. Now there are 2 ways that Lulu will pay you your royalties, your payment gateway proper. 1, Lulu can either pay you through a check sent to you through the postal office. You go and pick it up from the post office, or the post office will call you. You have a mail, it has just arrived. Come and pick it. You come with some form of identification and pick your mail and pick your check, and go to any bank and process it. Or Lulu pays you through paper. If you don't want the check option, then you go for the paper. Now, before I do the paper, let me do the check. Let me just click this and say, I want to be paid via check. You will not get the check just like that until you enter your tax ID number. So all this one that you heard Nigerian government saying you need to get a tax ID number and all of that, this is where it is coming into play. So that your tax number, you enter it here. If you are a non-US tax number, you impute it. If you are resident in the US, you enter it, whatever it is, okay? In figures, you enter it. If you are in Nigeria like us here, you enter it, whatever the tax number is, okay? And then you go down and download the tax form template, where it is like a form. You download it, And this is for US residents. And the forms even have a name. You input all the information that they ask for, and then you send it back to them. That is if you want to be paid via check. But if you don't want to be paid through the check, you click on PayPal. And then PayPal will ask you to enter the PayPal email address here. Now, this is what happens with PayPal. For you to link Lulu with PayPal, PayPal is a paying platform. Sorry, I know you will have that question coming up. Okay, PayPal is like an online wallet. Let me put it that way. It's like an online wallet where you do basically transactions. Money comes in and you can use it to pay somebody. Somebody can pay you through your PayPal and you collect your money. You can pay people through your PayPal. It's just like an international wallet. So if you want to be paid through PayPal, you will have to go and create a PayPal account. And if you are creating a PayPal account, take note that the email that you use to open your Lulu account must be the email that you will use to open the PayPal account. So Lulu will link the email that you have in their system with the same email that you have in PayPal, and then there will be transaction. But once you have two different emails, Lulu will never pay PayPal with that email. As far as it is concerned, it is not you. So you go to PayPal, create your account using the same email that you used to create Lulu, and then you come and drop the email here. Now, when you drop the email here, you will go back to your local account and open up a domiciliary account. That's a dollar account. And then you link it with your PayPal. Then they will give, when you open the domiciliary account, of course, they will give you the account name and the account number. So that account number is what you go and submit to PayPal. And then you link PayPal to your Lulu. And then you have your flow of payment gateway. So the moment someone buys your book, the moment someone buys your book, Lulu will remove their commission. They'll pay you your royalty. They will send it to PayPal. Then you now, at your convenience, will go to PayPal, access your PayPal account, maybe move the money to your domiciliary account, whether it's First Bank, you open it, or GT Bank or Zenith Bank. Then go to your Zenith Bank and request to withdraw your money. Okay. Is this clear, people? Please, if this is clear, give me a 2 on the chat. If this is clear, please give me a 2 on the chat. If it is not clear, give me a 0. Okay, Samuel says it's clear. Mama Oluwatoyin said it's clear. I have not seen Rashidat respond. Are we clear with this payment gateway, this payee level? Okay, there is a question. Why can't the payment be paid directly? That is Lulu's company policy. And why, I do not know. But one thing I know is that Lulu is an international platform, and I think they have had experiences of people having challenges accessing their funds. Unlike seller, I don't know why, but they feel it is safer to have a third party. Um, um, what's the name? PayPal is like a third party in the whole business. Okay, so they feel safer using a third party to do transaction. If you have ever bought items on AliExpress, there is something they call escrow services. AliExpress is a platform for you to buy things. You are a customer coming to buy things, and then you have sellers on AliExpress selling things. Now, the moment you buy something from AliExpress, you don't give the seller the money directly. Yes, an escrow service. You pay the money through the escrow. And then when the seller ships the items and you collect it, you go to the escrow service and say, okay, I've received my items, release the money to the seller. So I think that's the kind of system that Lulu is looking at. Let's have a third party in this whole thing, so that people will not dupe some people, and then maybe a seller will just put an empty book, and then, you know, all of these things. So I have a feeling perhaps that's the reason why they prefer to have you go through these processes to get your royalty. Sir, if you request for ISBN on Lulu, is it the same number you will use for subsequent books you list on Lulu, or you request anew for each book? No. An ISBN is an ISBN. Once you get an ISBN, you have an ISBN. An ISBN is a unique identification for a book. It's like your thumbprint. Okay? Nobody else has your thumbprint. No two books have the same ISBN. That's why they say if you want global distribution, you need an ISBN. The same ISBN will go to all 40,000 plus global distribution sites for the same book. But if the book has an edition, you are updating the book. The edition is required to have a new ISBN number because it is not exactly the same thing as the original book. Why is it an edition? Because it has been edited. Maybe some information is taken out or new information is brought in. Sometimes editions are even co-authored. The initial copy was sole authorship, but now the author went and brought two other people that he thinks are experts, and they decided to write the edition. So these two other people must be credited. That means that book is not exactly the same as the previous edition. So if you have editions or you have variations of the book, then you need an ISBN for each edition or each variation. Otherwise, the ISBN that Lulu will generate for you is the ISBN you can submit at another website if you want to say you have your ISBN. Okay. Okay, I think those are all the questions for now. Like into my domicile. Yesterday, you didn't remember to talk about justifying the text in the book while formatting. Okay, we'll do that subsequently. I'm not done with formatting. I'll come back some other time to do more of formatting. But this class is for Lulu
Yes, we will
and Seller
we will
Publishing.
complete that formatting tomorrow.
We'll do that.
We will complete that formatting tomorrow. Then we will now be able to show them how to publish a paperback. It's a different ball game entirely. Yeah.
Okay.
But for now, our time is up. We're even behind time with 10 minutes extra.
Okay, let me stop sharing.
Go to another meeting. No, if you can, you want to finish this part, or you want to show them how to set up their payment gateway tomorrow?
Okay, let me show them tomorrow.
How many of you have PayPal? Drop a 1. You have a PayPal account already. Drop a 1. You don't have a PayPal account, drop a 0. Okay, you don't have a PayPal account. All right. You don't have a PayPal account. Okay. Yes, I'm waiting for others. No PayPal. All right. That makes it better. Every one of them do not have a PayPal account. So we're going to set up, show them how to set up a PayPal account tomorrow. So we'll do that tomorrow. Yes. So any other thing, Coach Joseph Sule?
Okay. So
stop the sharing.
Okay, sir. So there is nothing except to leave you with this assignment. You have seen how Bishop helped us to open a seller account. I just took you through opening a Lulu account. Please do the two. Set up your seller account if you do not have one. Open an account with Lulu if you do not have one. Don't worry. The good thing with Lulu is that you can open the account without setting up your payment gateway. For Lulu, I believe everyone can do that because there is no one here that does not have a bank account. I don't think so. So you can take care of Lulu. Seller. Lulu, start the process. Okay, start the process. If possible, publish your book. Get to this point where I got the payee level. Then when we come tomorrow, the first thing we'll do is to open a PayPal account. Then fetch our PayPal email and drop it inside Lulu, and then we finish up the process. I think that is clear. If it's not clear, let me know. But I think the information is okay. All right. Thank you for your patience. I took 11 minutes of the hour mark.
Mariam is
Sorry.
asking a question.
Okay. Let me just look at the question. Sorry, I didn't. Please, can we create this account using our phones? Absolutely. You can create the account using your phone, a smartphone. Yes, that will do. I used to have it before it was banned for Nigeria. That's PayPal. I assume, Dr. Jumoke, you are probably talking about PayPal. Yes, because there was a time Nigerians were fraudulent with PayPal. So PayPal decided to ban Nigeria. In fact, that time, if you go, you'll not even see the option of Nigeria to tick from. But like I said, because of people doing honest business, especially platforms like Fish for Life, they saw how possible it is that some Nigerians want to just do clean business and go. And they decided to come back. So yes, your account is banned. I don't know if you can retrieve it. I don't know. Oh, okay. I'll just look at it and then see if it's something that you can retrieve or if you need to open a new account. Then we'll get back to you. Thank you, sir.
All right, let's give Coach Joseph Sule some emoji. He has done justice to the Lulu account creation and ebook publication. Sometimes I just like to hear him talk. He talks like a, not like he's a total gentleman. He's not like Koswa talking like Agbiru. Let's give him some emoji. Thank you for that wonderful one. All right, so we'll continue tomorrow. Make sure you do your assignment. I promise you, it's not going to get softer. It's going to get tougher and tougher as we go. When we get to when someone like Engineer Ado will come for this training and start showing you how to develop websites, it's like you are learning programming. Don't let anybody tell you that you can develop a website without coding. It's a lie. AI must do the coding first. The difference is that the AI would do the back-end coding before the website can come up. So it's better you learn how to do it so that you have control on your website. Those are deeper things. We're going to take you to deeper water. So start getting ready. Make sure you do your assignments. Some of you have like 10 assignments, you have not done one. Some of you have 8, you have not submitted. We have record of everything. And I'm seeing those who are submitting their assignment. I am more responsive to those who submit assignments. So make sure you do your assignment. God bless you and good night.